everyone? Welcome back to the Safe Room. You're within the presence of the President Sean Williams. We are back. That's right. 2 episodes in 1 week. We're here. We're grinding, okay? And today I have a very special guest. I haven't seen this beautiful woman in a very, very long time. I'm gonna be honest. We didn't really speak that much, but listen, God has moved up the paths to come this way, and we're here together, ladies and gentlemen. We got the beautiful Destinee in the building. Destinee.
Thank you so much. Such sweet words. Such sweet words. But yes, it's me, Destinee Cray.
You know? Yes, absolutely, man. How are you doing? How's life?
I don't even know. It's a lot. One thing I can say is COVID is a lot, to take in. Yeah. Never did I think this would happen in our lifetime, but you never know. Yeah. But other than that, just trying to do my own thing and focus on growing and growing up too. I'm 21 now. It's big years.
No, that's crazy, man. And before we move on, I gotta give a shout out to my boy Kevin. It's actually his birthday today, man.
Happy birthday, Kevin!
Shout out to Kevin. I know we be doing the thing on Quarter Man podcast, no cap, man. So congrats to this boy. I'm still here sitting 20. I don't turn 21 till October, so I'm just
you're closer to the end of the year.
I'm close, I guess. But today we got Destinee on the show, and we're here to talk about her brand, Crayz Creations. I love the name. So creative. I'm not gonna
Thank you. Honestly, I really wanted to use my last name because honestly I love my last name. I always have. That's Cray, Destinee Cray, and Crayz. It's perfect.
Hey, wordplay.
Literally.
I can't lie. It's kind of better than the Safe Room. It's kind of generic and basic. But I digress.
No, I love the Safe Room. It's a good name too. I love that name.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about your brand a bit. Just kind of catch up because I know it's been a while. I know we haven't seen each other in a minute, and we're just gonna have an open conversation. I don't know how long we're gonna go. We're in the afternoon recording this. Who knows? We may be heading into the nighttime. I'm joking.
I low-key could go that long sometimes.
Oh, trust me. If anyone knows, I'm a talker, and we've done live streams before where we've gone 3 hours long. So
the time just flies too. You don't even realize.
Yeah, so crazy. So anyway, let's just get into it. So your brand, Crayz Creations. Let's just paint the backstory. So I'm just kind of scrolling through my Instagram, looking at my previous posts and everything, and I see something that pops out that says Crayz Creations. I'm like, okay, let me check this out. And I'm looking okay, these are nice. I like the designs and everything. I love the message. And I'm like, who's the founder of this? I see your IG, and I was like,
yeah.
No. I was like, I had to take a step back and be like, is it really her? I kid you not. Where you're trying to identify the person, and you gotta
the same way I felt. The same way I felt when I found your podcast account. I was like, no way.
I had to break into the archives. I was like, okay, let me go through because I still have the little booklet with all our grad photos, everything.
I have all that memories. I have everything.
I was checking it, and I was like, oh my God, it is her. I'm like, I need to shout her out. For sure. Oh my gosh. So I just want to know, what made you start Crayz Creations? What was the beginning of that?
I don't even, honestly, it really started I say this November, end of November, beginning of December, 2020-ish kind of. And I guess I have a history of kind of not really liking part-time jobs or jobs in general where I have to do the same thing every day. It's not, I don't know. I'm a creative. Okay. I need to be creating. So I don't know. It was around Christmas time. So I wanted to sell something to my family members, my friends, and just do a little something to make some money to buy presents for my family. Literally. Yeah. I just wanted to buy presents for my family by making presents for them. But anyway, and then eventually I just started doing more things. I made the little photo ornaments and stuff like that. That was for Christmas time. And I was doing the hot chocolate bombs and all that. And then eventually I was just okay, so I want to keep this going. I want to figure out how I'm going to turn this into a business. I can't just do ornaments forever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah. I was trying to just literally, I was just like trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and I was like, candles, like I can make candles, like that's not that hard. So my stepdad actually he got me like a little, like a literally a candle making kit from Amazon, like with all the stuff, like the melting pot, the wick, the everything. And we got like, I had these little jars left over, and I literally just started making candles, and it was working, and like people were liking them, my family was liking them, and just it started looking good basically. And then eventually, yeah, I just, I don't know, like the candle thing kind of just really spoke to me in a way. I love candles, you know, I love scents. I use scents for like my own calming reasons, you know, like especially lavender and stuff like that, just to like my mental health, all that stuff. And I wanted to like do that for people, like especially when I started, I was doing essential oils and like focusing on like the properties and like what this scent can do for people. And I wanted candles to give people the feeling that candles were giving people, candles were giving me, you know what I mean, like that.
Yes. No,
like that's kind of how I started like wanting to do candles in the first place. So
I definitely get it for sure. And I love how like you connected to like mental health, because like especially in a time like this, mental health is like so boring. Like, I mean, we kind of wake up every single day and like just wondering like, how am I gonna feel today? Am I gonna feel like shitty? Am I gonna feel great? I don't know. It's like, it's just within the middle, you know. I love how like your products, again, like I looked at your IG page for that, and I was like, it was so creative. And like, again, if anyone knows, I'm not the most artistic person, like crafts, everything. I even talked to this when I had Leanne on the show, but it's amazing like how, you know, you kind of started this like, you know, for your family, and I absolutely love that, you know, obviously family first, and you kind of want to continue that and kind of, you know, hope for people to just embrace what you're trying to do, especially how you talked about, you know, your passion with scents. And it's like, you know, I just want to feel for people to, you know, kind of connect with that, you know, if there's ever something that they can buy from my products and that could help boost up their, you know, energy.
And I feel like the biggest thing with like even just art in general is sharing it with people, and candle making is art. Like there's steps, there's a process, there's designing it, there's making it a certain way. Like I just love sharing that with people. And I've always kind of stuck to, you know, painting and drawing, but like I don't paint and draw much anymore. So I was trying to find something that I could do that I could still sell and that people will also enjoy, you know. And that's why kind of like the cactus thing came about. I don't know. I feel like now cactuses are going to be like my focus, because I love cactuses. Any succulent cacti plants, I love them. So that's pretty much why I started making the candles. And then I started like everyone's making these candles now, like all over the world, the US, China, like you can get cactus candles from anywhere. So now it's like, now I'm trying to, I guess, do something different. Like I want to get better ideas, like expand more, and you know, just like I said, share my creations with people, and just
absolutely. And listen, like not all art is like bad art, and all art is like good art as well. So like I'm glad like you told yourself like, listen, like I may not be like Picasso or anything, drawing or like doing all these stuff all the time, but like candle making, like, hey, that's legit. Like put some respect on my name. You know,
for real. And it's like, there's always someone who will appreciate it. Like there will always be somebody. If it's a group, one person, or a whole community, there's always going to be people who will support you. Like, you know, like, I don't know, especially when it comes to art, even it can be ugly to someone else and someone else will love it, you know, and that's just how it is.
Art, I can't even like, art is just like, it's such a mysterious thing, but it's so tricky as well. Cause like, you know, I like I said, I'm not no expert or like aficionado in a way where like, museum, and I'm like, yo, like this is a masterpiece. Like I'm just kind of thinking in the most generic logic side of my mind, just like, yo, I don't know how people like this, or like I don't see the value in this. And it's like, I just want to say this too, and like this is kind of like my critique, and like I think I'm taking shots at this generation, but honestly, podcast anyway.
Exactly.
It's just, I feel like there's a lot of things that we like to express and see, and then there's always someone that tries to take things out of proportion, and it's like, oh, but like you believe in this, but you're so quick to talk about this in such a negative way. And it's like, well, it's my opinion. Like, why
literally,
me? Like, you know, there may be something where like I'm in this situation, but you're trying to drag me out of this and put me into something else that I don't belong in. Like, why?
It's true. And I feel like that, and that's what you're supposed to do even with art. It's your own perception. It's literally how you look at it is how it's going to be. The artist looks at it a different way. The viewer looks at it a different way. And the buyer looks at it a different way. Like some people don't give a shit about art. They're just like, what? I don't know what that is. It's a blob. And someone could be like, oh my God, it looks like an island in the middle of the ocean. I don't know, some stupid stuff like that. Like, and that's just literally how, that's their perception. Everyone has their own perception. That's what the main thing you have to remember, you know? And that's literally what art is perception.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, with that being said, like, have you had people who have actually commented on your stuff and said like, you know, I don't really see the significance of what you're doing?
I mean, I feel like it's weird because I feel like the people that are supposed to support you and don't are thinking that in the back of their mind. Like when I, for example, let me try. Yeah, you see what yeah, you get it.
Hey, listen, if this episode has to turn into like a Fort Wall thing, then let's do it.
Right?
I got something to say too, man.
No, because yeah, like when I first started all this out and like I had the friends that I had, like they just didn't keep the same energy I would keep with them. Like there was no support. There was no shouting me out or commenting or liking or trying to get people to buy my stuff. But like they would have friends that would do that for me. Like, you know, like people that I'm not friends with personally, but friends with my best friends would do that for me.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up to me. So I feel like in their head, they're either like, this is not going to work, or they just were fake. I don't know, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like one of those things, you never know somebody's true intentions. And it really shows when you have a business, or I don't know, when you have anything, like even a podcast, like literally anything, who's really going to be right there and be like, oh yeah, look at this person doing all this. I'm so proud of them. Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of people don't. And you have to realize that the people that you expect to do it won't always do it. And that's literally just
facts, no printer. And let me tell you, I know there's like people who like, you know, they're trying to do the things that we're doing as well, and like they don't like to acknowledge it. And like I'm honestly thinking to myself, like, you know, obviously this has just kind of been like the approach for society. This is just the ideal approach, but you would think it's something like of a pandemic where like we were isolated in our houses for the longest time, where we get to like self-reflect, not on like what we want to do, but the decisions we make around other people as well.
Yeah.
And yet you're still coming out with this mentality like, yeah, like I'm gonna like support you, but like I still
not really.
Yeah, like it's just it's I don't understand. Like, and I said this a lot, you know, when I'm trying to promote my podcast and everything, it's like it's very tricky to know who's supporting you, because like an Instagram like ain't gonna be the end all be all, because it's really easy to like scroll through your feed and like, oh, okay, new post, double tap, keep moving on. But what I can tell, like that was not genuine. You probably did because it's like, okay, you know, just put it there. You know, I can't see from the opposite side of the screen, so he doesn't know. And like
exactly, it's just so they know that I seen it. Like that's I don't know. Like it's sometimes it's not enough. Like if you're really trying to support me, you better leave a little comment or something. Like I don't know. Like especially people, like I said, that were really close to me that I genuinely thought would be supportive and just weren't. And I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. I got other people who will support me regardless.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that's one thing I want to say. I don't want to just spew negativity. I
mean, facts.
We want to like share our like experience, but also like I think it's important to like surround yourself with good people. And that's one thing I could say about like, you know, some of the people I met in high school. There's some dudes who still support me. Like I know Kevin, like he's been my guy since grade 3. And like it, like you can tell with him, like he doesn't just like my post. He's like, he wants me to do good and everything. And even with some of like the coworkers I have, you know, they're always asking about my podcast, like how's it going and everything. Like one thing that was so shocking to me was when I had Leanne on the show a couple weeks back, is that she's like, yo, when you dropped the full episode on YouTube, I used to watch it. I was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was shocked. And because I'm thinking like, you know what? No one's even touching it. I kid you not. If you go on my YouTube channel, a lot of videos don't have that much views, like 2-3 views. And they probably dropped like a month ago. And I'm only doing mini clips.
Yeah.
Mini clips. So I'm just like, what's going on? I even did like a survey a couple weeks back asking people, how did you enjoy the content? And no one responded. And instead of me getting mad, I kind of smiled because I'm like, okay, that just shows no one's listening. Because it's like, if you were listening, you would have no problem responding to the question.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right. You're right.
So, like, honestly, I feel like it's important for people who want to do the things that they want to do. Just surround yourself with good people, because
there are people who will go out of their way to show their support and make sure you know that they support you.
Yeah, absolutely. But we digress. Let's get back to your brand, because it's like, okay, so
been a little deep here.
Yeah, man. But I just want to know, like, the process of you, like, doing, like, creating all your products, everything. Like, is it hard? Was it something that you had to get used to?
I mean, yeah, getting used to it was a big thing. It's like, even in the beginning when I was just doing like hot chocolate bombs and the ornaments, like there were moments where like I wanted to give up, because I like things done the way I like them done, and if I can't figure it out, I'm very anxious already. I have really bad anxiety, overthinking tendencies, so I just get really worked up and I just don't want to do it anymore. But I would just try other things and like do my best, and eventually it would get better. And then with the candle thing, like, oh my god, and it's really trial and error. Like when I tell you, like, you like some of the candles you try to make don't come out good at all. They don't even smell because you didn't put enough of this or didn't because like everything is temperature. You have to melt it to a certain point, and then you have to cool it to a certain point. If it cools too much, and it won't set right. Like, it was really a process. And honestly, like I had my breakdown days, the days where I literally didn't do anything because I just felt so overwhelmed by the fact that I couldn't do it. I hate when I can't do something. That's a big thing too. Like, especially when I've hyped it up so much, and then I'm like, yes, I'm finally doing it, and then I do it and it just falls apart. It breaks my heart.
Oh man.
And that's what was happening with my cactus candles too, because I this is so weird to even say, but like I couldn't get the cactuses to stay on the base of the candle. Like I would melt the cactus and stick it on, it wouldn't work. So then I literally, that day I had like probably 3 mental breakdowns trying to get these damn cactuses to stick on the candles. Like I said, it's just, I've had this bad anxiety since like probably high school, from early middle school. I don't even know, but it's just, it really just took so much for me to just do it. Like, just figure out another way and do it. Like, and also have my mom here, who's like, and my stepdad, who are like my biggest support system. Like, even when I can't pay for something, they'll pay for it. If I can't do something, my mom's giving me ideas how to do it. Like, she's always there every step of the way. And I feel like if I didn't have her there, a lot of things in this business would not have happened. Like, that's for sure.
That's great. And like, I'm glad that you're still fighting to do the things that you're doing right now. I could imagine just the breakdowns that you had. Like, I know I've had breakdowns of my own, like with my podcast. Like, I kid you not, that's why I took a break when I entered my 3rd year into university. I said I can't do like the podcast, but then for some reason, and this is very odd, like I actually went more and like crazy, because like I was just like, yo, I have like 2 jobs, I'm working, and like plus I'm doing other things. But like I felt like with my podcast, and I feel like this is what I'm about to say kind of applies to like everyone who's kind of starting within the business realm. There's that thing that you start off, and then obviously you get stressed out. So you hope that you can take a step back and focus on other things. But when you realize that, that was actually the one thing that was kind of keeping your
exactly. Like, that was your outlet. Like that was what you had to call your own and do every day and be excited to do. Like, exactly. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So like when I kind of stepped away and I was like even more stressed, I was like, I need to do my podcast again. Like, I kid you not. Like, so like, I told everyone from work, I'm like, listen, I'm taking a couple weeks off. I need to like re-engage and everything.
Grind.
And ever since, like, I feel so much better. I get to do the stuff that I love. I've done so much, I've done a lot of special guests with a lot of good people. I dropped a website as well. So
good. It's all good things. Like that's look what came out of that. Like you were in that little drought, you know, whatever, but then you came back even better. You know what I mean? Like, and that's all that matters, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that you're doing the things that you're doing. And I heard some of the stuff that you named, the cactus and also hot chocolate bombs. Like, can you describe that to me?
Oh, they're like the best things ever. Okay, so I think I got this idea from, I think it was TikTok actually, like in like last October, and everyone was making these hot chocolate bombs. It's literally just like a hollow shell of chocolate, and you put like hot cocoa mix and marshmallows inside of it, and then you put it in a cup and just pour some boiling milk over it, and it's literally like the best thing ever. Like the best hot chocolate you will ever have, hands down. Like,
No.
it's amazing. It's amazing.
I feel like if they actually had that like right now, like in front of my face, something like to like consume, like I would just be all over it. I would.
Trust me. And it's so funny actually. Like a lot of people, I usually write the instructions, or like I have the instructions on my Instagram, but some people don't look at the instructions. They literally just bite right into them with the hot chocolate powder and everything. And I'm like, guys, no, that's not how you use it. It's so funny. I'm like, no way.
Bless their soul.
I know. I'm like, you know how much powder is it? Not, it's not a lot of powder, but hot cocoa powder is not good dry. Let me tell you. I tried that when I was a kid.
Next time you should have asked them, like, yo, record them doing it and send it to me and I'll post my story.
But I know the funny thing is they're gonna be like, oh, it's good, because they're gonna try to be nice about it.
Yo, no, one thing I've been seeing a lot on TikTok, and I'm kind of going off topic a bit. There's like a lot of people doing these, like, pregnancy craving diets and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like, what was one I saw the most popular? What was it? Watermelon and like mustard. And I'm just like, what are we doing, man? Like,
people will eat anything. That it literally goes to show people will literally eat anything. It's insane.
Oh my god. That's crazy. But yeah, like everything that you're doing is just like so amazing. I love, like, the female representation as well.
For sure.
Like, what does that mean to you, knowing that, you're just kind of going out, you want to spread your message, and you kind of want to cater to like a specific audience?
I feel like, and not only with the whole, representing female, but like also having female women in business, women having their own small business. I feel like that was really a big part of why I wanted to go for this, because everyone was doing everyone was starting their own businesses, like, especially in COVID, like everyone was just like, you know what, this, that, everyone was coming out with like everything. And I feel like, I don't know, I wasn't seeing much of what I wanted to see. Not, I hate to say it like that, but like, I don't know, like I wanted to see more, especially like the girls supporting girls. Like I loved always seeing like these little small businesses of women always supporting each other. And I was like, I wanted to be a part of that. Like I want to not only support them, but I want them to support me. Like even now, like I'm always buying stuff from like small businesses, like all around Toronto, like even Brampton, even I was buying one from this one girl. Yeah. And I feel like it just means so much more than, from like a big box store, or even, I don't know, anything like that. And I don't know, I just love seeing women doing their thing, and I love when women support me, and it's just
yeah,
it's just like that's just exactly like that, like, And so, like I said, so many like people are starting businesses, but so many women are starting businesses, and it's like I hate when people look down on that, because you never know where they're gonna be in like a year or so. Like people blow up overnight. Forget that, especially from TikTok. I've seen some small businesses literally blow up overnight from posting one TikTok, and I feel like it's just getting crazy. Bigger and bigger. Like
technology in this world is different. I'm glad that, you're buying through these small businesses run by women. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's not that I don't buy, but I know it's so difficult. If I want to get something, I try to not go to like these top corporations to buy things as well. And like usually it works out for me. Other times it's like, well, let me just do this. But like I try my best to at least like support like the community first, because that is a big aspect.
Yeah, and it's hard too, because they don't even get as much recognition. You don't even see them. Like that's what sucks too. Like there's so many places and businesses that I'm just finding out about that have been around for so long, and I'm like, where have you been all my life? Like, especially in Toronto. Toronto has so many people doing such amazing things. Like especially like I found a couple like woman Black owned businesses that are doing like the all natural products and like just stuff that you would expect you want to get in store, like, you know, what are those places, Healthy Planet and all those expensive box stores who sell all natural products for so much money. Like there's people in Toronto now that are expanding and just doing that for themselves, and people are buying it because that's what people want now. No one wants to be unhealthy anymore, especially all this COVID stuff. Everyone wants to be healthy. But anyways, even with just the same way with all this COVID stuff, a lot of people want to support the small businesses over these big box stores, you know, because they're the ones that have been open this whole time. They're good, you know.
Yeah, like they don't need no more money. Like, why we supported them still? Like,
I know
I get it. And like the same for me. Like if I need like products for me, like I just buy from like these small businesses, because like even then too, like, you know, because like look, my body's so precious. It's like, you know, I need like certain things. If I like have a certain like hair product or like soap or anything, like literally the next day, like my whole face or my whole like will be jacked up. And it's like
my skin is so sensitive too. I know, trust me.
Yeah, so like I have to be like, yo, like listen, I'm not messing with the Doves. People are like saying, oh, the Dove is nice. Like, get this bullshit out of your back.
Get all that bullshit out of here. All that Walmart brand stuff needs to get out of my face.
Yo, like, like honestly, like I'm not doing that, man. Like, so for people, like, listen, man, support small businesses. Come on.
There's so many. Just search them up. Just literally go on Instagram and search Toronto small business. You will find them. Literally.
There is so much. Like
even there's so many hashtags I always look at now. The woman, there's this one hashtag woman in business, and oh my god, like it's insane. Like there's just so many people out there to support. There's so many, and we just have to support them. That's all.
Yeah, simple. So do you have like any long-term goals, like, you know, with your brand? Do you want it to like, you know, be something huge for the community that it kind of like, you know, becomes this, I guess, this phenomenon where everyone's just kind of going to you for stuff?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, for sure. And it's so weird you say that. And this just popped into my head. I keep going to like little stores and stuff and seeing like little candle businesses, but like selling their candles in the stores. Like, so like they have a bunch of them and then they just buy it right off the shelf. And I'm like, I want to do that. Like, I want my candles to be on the shelf one day. Like, I feel like that's the goal I want. Like, I want my candles to be available in some type of store or something. Like, I feel like that'd be so cool. Or another thing I love to do is get like a little booth at like a Kensington Market kind of thing, or like the down to freaking Park Market, who's right by my house. Like there's so many flea markets around, and like you can literally just rent a booth. And I feel like that would even be such a big goal for me too, is to make a bunch of candles and like have a booth and just sell them there. I feel like that's like that'd be such a big thing for me, you know. I don't know if that's a big thing for anybody else, but I feel like that would be crazy.
No, and like that's perfect. And like, you know, I know there's people who are like, they kind of get this feeling like, okay, if I'm making products, I want it to be sold like in those big stores. But you know, they may have a guilty conscience in like, okay, I'm selling my stuff, but it's in these big stores. Like, how do I feel about that? Like, are people gonna say like, oh, well, you started talking trash about these big businesses and now you're
that's true.
You sold out.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, I mean, like, you can make the argument, but I mean, like, I'm not really selling now. I mean, it's like some people say, like, you know, I just want small businesses to get those same recognition. There needs to be a balance. There can't be one, like, you have to really do so much digging on the internet just to find, you know, products from these small businesses where like you can easily type in like a Walmart or all these other places, you know.
Exactly. That's a snap, because that's just exactly what, like, right. There needs to be more representation, and there isn't any. But
yeah, and like
no.
Okay, no. Go. I didn't want to interrupt you. I know you were about to say something.
No, I was just gonna say, like, and like even just shying away from big box stores. Like I said, like going to like a flea market or a place like that, having a booth where local people are coming to shop there on the daily. So like it means more to them even that you're coming there to their little flea market to sell something, you know?
Right. And like, I think there's different extremes to it. So like, there's the people who are like, you know, if I want to make this small business something big for the community, I'm not going to be participating in these big box stores, you know?
Yeah.
And like, there's the other side where it's kind of like, you know, how I've kind of approached this, it's, you know, because like there's always level of power and like who has control of the narrative. And I'm to myself, you know what? Instead of me going against it, not saying I can't win, but I'm like, I'm gonna like infiltrate myself and just kind of see what they're trying to do, and then within, I'm just gonna like break in.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm hopefully I'm able to change the narrative from within.
Not only like, these big box stores, yeah, or these big box companies, whatever, like, yeah, they'll exploit people, they'll do whatever, but you could also exploit them. You could use them for your own benefit, you know, like it's not just about what they're getting out of it, it's what you're getting out of it, you know, it's what everyone else is getting out of your stuff. Like, I don't know,
Yeah. Absolutely. And like, you know, it's kind of like we need to work together too. Like for the people who are trying to like take on it head on, to the people who are trying to exploit it from within, then, you know, yeah, we have to like work together so that way we can take down these huge companies. Like that's important.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But I'm honestly, I'm still proud of like the stuff that you're doing. It's just so amazing.
Thank you so much. And I'm proud of you too. Like this is like you were saying to me, like 2 episodes in 1 week, like just keep it coming.
I honestly, like I usually do like 1 per week, but I had some issues with my guest's network last time because like she's in a whole other continent and everything.
Wow.
So, yeah, so I had to do 2 this week, and I'm planning a huge episode. For the people who are listening, I don't know if you remember the old school, new school episode I did last year. I'm doing a part 2, and oh man, it's gonna be a crazy one. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, I'm a listen.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just need to ask like one more question. Like, do you have like any special sales, any announcements you want to make, you know, for your brand?
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this. I think I'm gonna do it. I might do it today. I might drop a little limited edition Pride cactus candle little thing because it's still Pride month. It's June, so I wanted to do a little thing to represent that. And then I was gonna donate some of the money to like a good cause and just get on that vibe, you know. I see people
do it. I would do it. If that's what you want to do it.
I want to, so I think I'm gonna do it before June's over.
Yeah, guys, a little sneak peek for everyone listening, right? Don't be listening to this episode super late, because if you are, then I'm sorry.
Right.
Well, Destinee, I just want to say thank you for being on the Safe Room. It's such a pleasure to see you. It's been such a long time.
Thank you for having me. I had fun. It was great. I know it was such a long time. Even hearing your voice, like, oh my god, I can't even. It's just like I'm just going to PLP. Literally, we're all outside.
Like PLP, we might have to do like a whole reunion. Just get the whole gang together and be like, hey,
one day, like do something serious. I feel like a lot of people would actually be down. Like I feel like they would.
Legit, I would be for sure.
I would be so down. Duh, obviously.
Absolutely. So where can the people listening find your brand on social media?
So you can reach my Instagram at Crayz Creations. So that's CRAYZZ Creations. And my Facebook is crazy. It's just Crayz Creations. That's all. And my Etsy is Crayz Creations TO.
Okay, perfect.
That's where you can find me at.
Okay, cool. You know, so ladies and gentlemen, I'll put all of the social media links in the description for you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you again to Destinee. Hopefully I'll have you back on the show. You know, time will tell.
Yeah, I'd love to. So, you know, talk about anything.
Yeah, for sure. You know, so thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.